G'day boys and girls, it's Colin back again. Today we're going to go to Poland and we're going to meet Henrik. Henrik's my really good friend. We've met him many times, been to Poland many times, and his main job is called from God to have a heart for people and to feed the poor people. People who don't have any money to buy food and are hungry, they've got lots of little children, and he goes out day and night to take them food to keep the people alive, showing the love of God in a practical way. So we're going to meet Henrik and we're going to learn about feeding the poor. But before that, let's sing Light of the World. Ready to sing Light of the World.
The world is searching for an answer, a ray of hope in a hopeless world. Who can we turn to? Where is our rescue? There is someone, he's the answer. He's the light and he'll light the way. His name is Jesus, and he came to save us. He is the light, 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 light of the world, and he shines, shines, shines all over the earth, shining bright, bright, bright. He is the light of the world. He is the light, 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 light of the world, and he shines, shines, shines all over the earth, shining bright, bright, bright. He is the light of the world. The world is searching for an answer, a ray of hope in a hopeless world. Who can we turn to? Where is our rescue? There is someone, he's the answer. He's the light and he'll light the way. His name is Jesus, and he came to save us. He is the light, 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 light of the world, and he shines, shines, shines all over the earth, shining bright, bright, bright. He is the light of the world. He is the light, 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 light of the world, and he shines, shines, shines all over the earth, shining bright, bright, bright. He is the light of the
Brilliant song, Light of the World. Really enjoyed that. Ready? Here we go. Hello boys and girls, it's Colin back again. Can anyone read my hat? It says Polska, and that means Poland. We're in Poland and we're with a very, very good friend we've known many years, and he's called Henrik. Henrik, say hello to the boys and girls.
Hello, boys and girls. How are you?
Henrik's my really good friend. Henrik has a special ministry reaching children and helping to feed the poor, and we're going to learn all about that and why he does that. So Henrik, really good to see you again. It's a beautiful blue sky, but it's a bit cold, so we're wearing our hats to keep our heads warm. Henrik, what do you do and why do you do it?
Well, I do food ministry and Christian camps for children. And why do I do it? Because God told me to.
Wow.
20 years ago, God called me to this ministry, camp ministry, food ministry. I'm very happy to do it and please God this way.
So Henrik, whenever you feed the poor, is there poor people in Poland who need food?
Yes, there is a lot of poor families in Poland. Actually, Poland is a country of big contrast. You can see a big skyscrapers in the city and also very poor shacks where people live in the suburbs.
Uh-huh. And why do you want to feed these people? Do they not have food for themselves?
No, they don't. Actually, they wait for me to come every week and give them some food.
So sometimes the only food they might get is food that you bring them.
In many cases, yes.
And do they appreciate what you do for them?
Oh, very much. Sometimes they keep calling me, texting me, or sending messages. Henrik, when are you coming next? Because we are run out of food. Our fridge is empty.
Uh-huh. That's very good, Henrik, because the Bible teaches about feeding the poor and looking after poor people. The Lord Jesus would tell us to do that. Children, why do you have camps? Why do you enjoy camp ministry?
Because when I was still working at the Baptist Seminary in Warsaw, Poland, we used to have day camps for the poor children from the area, and I really loved it. And I thought, well, now I have so many poor families that I'm feeding, and there are a lot of children there, and I thought they would appreciate camps like that too. So I started inviting them to those camps, and they keep coming every time. We've done maybe 150 camps within the last 20 years. And you know, many of those camps were with you.
Yes.
Maybe 40 camps. That's great.
Yes, really good memories of coming to Poland and being in Poland and continue to come to Poland. Henrik, whenever we think about the poor people and food, how do you get food? Do you count in a wheelbarrow, or do you count in a van, or how do you do that?
Well,
what's a typical day for that?
At the beginning, 20 years ago, I just had my personal car to run to those families and bring them food. But then I prayed, Lord, the need is so great, I need a van. So God blessed me with one van, and I used one.
And a trailer.
And a trailer. You remember
yes.
that? And sometimes the car broke, and I said, what am I going to do now? But God was gracious, and He blessed me with a new van, a second new van, a third new van, and I have 2 cooler vans now and 400 metric tons of food every year to distribute. I work a lot with food bank, with supermarkets, and gave me the food that with the very short expire date, so I am able to distribute those pieces of food to everybody.
So how many families, Henrik, can you normally help in a year?
Well, maybe a few hundred of families.
Yeah, wow. And those children of those parents you can bring to camps?
Yes, that's the point.
Henrik, is there many orphans in Poland?
There is about 200 state-run orphanages in Poland, all over Poland, and we work with 10 of them, invite kids to our camps from those orphanages as well.
And what is an orphan in Poland? What does that mean?
Orphan means at least that one parent is missing, either died or went away, or sometimes they are so-called social orphans. Although they have parents, but the parents are either alcoholic or they cannot take a proper care of their children.
Yeah.
So we help them.
Yeah, that's great. And whenever the children come to camp, from my experience, they absolutely love it. Are you blessed when you do camps, Henrik?
Oh, I'm so blessed. Whenever I see the last night of the camp, and we have the challenge, we have invitation, and they come forward and invite Jesus to their hearts, that's the best thing I can experience in my life.
Yeah, and quite often now you've been doing camps so long, some of the leaders were once children in your camp.
Oh yes, we have leaders now that have been children at camps before. They got saved on those camps, and now they are leaders helping me with this camp ministry.
And Henrik, do the people in Poland, the dependents, appreciate you bringing food to them?
Oh yes, very much. As I said, they keep asking and calling, please come, because we are now empty.
Well, you're a Christian, Henrik?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Is that important for you?
That's the most important thing for me. I was saved when I was 20. That was 45 years ago. And I'm the happiest man in the world because I have Jesus in my heart. I have a wife, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. This great ministry, I am so blessed. I am the happiest man in the world.
And Henrik, do you have a favorite Bible verse?
I have my favorite Bible verse is written in Ephesians 2:8-9.
For by grace are you saved through faith.
That's
very
right.
good, Henrik. Henrik, whenever you go with your van to a person's house, how do you decide what to give them, and what type of food normally would you give them?
Well, we are getting a lot of food from macro, like fresh food, cheese, ham, meat, pasta, all kinds of yogurt and stuff, vegetables, fruit, and we make like 70 parcels a day, and each parcel is almost the same, and we just go around all the area and give a parcel to each family.
Yeah, it's really good. And in Poland, does it get cold in the winter?
It's very cold. Now we have winter, it's not that cold, but sometimes it gets cold as minus 20 centigrades.
And the summertime would be plus?
Oh, it would be up to 40 even.
40 plus 40?
No, up to 40.
Up to 40, yeah.
Yes.
So that's a big difference.
Big difference, yes, big contrast.
So the children can swim in the summertime and the same water can be frozen?
We try to organize summer camps at the sea or a river or a lake, and winter camps mostly in the mountains where there is a lot of snow. Nowadays with the pandemic we are a little bit limited with the camps, so we just had a winter camp in Warsaw.
What's the population of Poland, Henrik?
38 million people. Warsaw alone, 2 million.
Wow, that's a lot. I think the rest must be in Northern Ireland. We have a lot of Polish people here.
Yes, but instead we got a lot of people from Ukraine, Belarus, and other Eastern European countries. They make it up.
Henrik, let's go to finish off here. Whenever you think of the work you do and your life, are you satisfied with your life's work?
I am satisfied. If I could choose 20 years ago what I would do the same.
Oh, very good. That's wonderful. It's good to have self-satisfaction.
Yes.
And God's your motivation for what you do?
The only motivation.
And He encourages you, Henrik?
Yes.
And blesses?
God encourages me through people like you, because you keep coming with teams and program and funding. This is very important because the kids to the camp, they don't have a penny, they don't pay. Someone else has to raise the money for them.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Colin. God bless you.
This is Henrik. We could talk all day with Henrik. I've known Henrik for many, many years, and it's just lovely for Henrik to share with you about Poland. So when you grow up, go to big school. We bring lots of young people from all over Northern Ireland on teams to Poland to serve God, help feed the poor people, play with the children, get involved in camps, and it's absolutely brilliant. So that's live and well here from Poland. Whoa, so good, Henrik. Thank you so much for sharing your heart and your vision for the children, for the poor people. And this little girl about to sing, I'm part of God's creation, just reminds me, and they see Henrik coming and go, yes! More food today! And there's Henrik coming in his wee van, beep beep. And as a result of feeding the poor, Henrik's able to bring lots of the children to a Christian camp. They can hear the gospel, hear the love of God, and hear all about God and the Bible as well. So let's sing, I'm part of God's creation. And Henrik, thank you so much.
I'm part of God's creation, part of His plan for everything. I'm part of God's creation. He has a plan for me. God made a world of beauty, a world of order too. God made man in His image and gave him work to do. I'm part of God's creation, part of His plan for everything. I'm part of God's creation. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for me.
Brilliant song. He has a plan for me. Sometimes we've got our plans. Sometimes our plans are so busy we don't think about God. Remember, God has a plan for His children. And it's wonderful. That's all for today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks so much for watching.